So as you guys can see, here are some modest fashion dresses right here. These are like, I call these the satin ruche dresses. Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, we are going to be going over how you guys can start a modest fashion brand. So I have definitely incorporated some of this stuff into my business. I sell modest fashion dresses, like accessories that can go with it. I sell hijabs, I sell underpieces and things like that. So I'm going to be giving you guys some tips and things that you guys definitely need to start your modest fashion business today. So here are some of the things that I sell in my business. As you guys can see, I definitely need to steam them, but these are the silk satin ruche dresses. They're ruched because like the side over here, that's why they're the ruche dresses. Definitely for this one, you would have to like size up so that it's not extremely revealing or anything like that. But it definitely falls into the modest category. I can't put exactly the link for the vendor, but I will tell you guys where you can go to find them. Here is another one. This is a black one. And I'm gonna try to like insert a photo of like how it looks on because you guys cannot tell from this. This is a red, like wine red color. I really like this one right here. This is a royal blue. Look at how cute. And then here are some like similar to those. Also like silk modest, but these are like a different style. I think this style is more common, like I've seen it like over a wide variety of different Muslim modest fashion, modest dresses websites. This is the satin maxi dress. This is what I call it. I don't know if it's called that everywhere else, but I just know that's what I call it. Now let's talk about the quality of these dresses right here. So you might be wondering, like, how is the quality? You want to make sure that your business, your brand has the best quality when it comes to modest fashion. Modest people are more conservative, but they're also more picky when it comes to the quality of their clothes. Because when you're talking modest fashion, you're talking classy. Like, this is not just anything that people are throwing on. This is like classy wear that they wear every single day. So you got to make sure that the quality is top tier. And then let me show you guys some more of the modest fashion things that you guys could sell in your business. These are some of the things that I have incorporated. So these are just like hijabs pretty much, or they could even be like turban wraps, whatever you want to call it. But as you can see, here are 3 of the different colors. I think there's like a piece of cotton or something on this one. Yeah. So here are 3 of the colors that I have right here. Here is a different like style of the hijabs. I roll them like this myself. They did not come like this from the vendor. I did this personally and put my own like stickers on them just for like personalization purposes. Because when it comes to a brand, you want to make sure that your stuff is like completely personalized and just set apart from anybody else's. I also have incorporated some like underpieces. I also forgot to mention that I had these magnetic hijab pins. You guys can also find these in the vendor that I give you. And this was just like a part of my business. This is not like the whole of my business. I'm speaking on people who would like their whole business to just be straight up modest fashion. You guys don't want to add like, I mean, adding accessories is always a good thing. And I would definitely recommend that. However, it's not something that you like have to do, especially if you want to start off smaller. Just start with the modest like dresses first, and then you can venture off into other things. But let's go ahead and get into where you guys can find these at and like how can you even start the business. So firstly, do you need to custom make these things? Do you need to start off custom making your clothing? You do not, because that is something that's definitely going to break the bank in the beginning. This is something that you need to worry about later on once your business is some sort of established, unless you just already have that money saved up to go ahead and invest fully into your business. And you do have these options with the vendors that I'm going to give you guys. You definitely do have these options. You can custom make, put the custom labels into your clothes. Ooh, oh my gosh, you know what? I have a really good idea, because you guys, I have these custom labels that I got. I'm just going to show you. It basically has my logo on it. I personally got them too big. I did not know that they were too big, but it's really awesome. Like, if this is something that you just completely want to do, you definitely should just straight up just put those on your clothes. You can sew them on yourself so that you're not paying for customization. And that is a really big tip, because you guys, for them to come to you with the label inside of them, I'm going to show you guys the labels. Just give me a second. Hold on. So I like actually can't find the tags I was trying to show you guys because I don't really use them at all. I've never used them. So I will try to put like a photo on the screen or like the place that I got it from, but you guys can definitely go on there and just like get your own tags. Do not get the 2x2, that's way too big. That's what I got. Just get something probably like a 1x1. That'll probably be a lot better. There's many different places that you're going to get each of these items from. Like, you're not just gonna find them all in one place. I will say you can find them in one platform, but not one place. So I'm gonna give you guys just some platforms to just start looking on immediately, because this is where I found my stuff at. So you guys can go looking on dhgate. DHgate is more of if you want to like incorporate like luxury type of things into your business, but like, you know, like luxury on a budget. So would I recommend you guys selling like this type of stuff? No, because especially if you want to build like a really strong business and brand, it's like in the long run, this is not going to help your business at all. Definitely do not recommend. And that's just based on my own experience. They sell amazing, they do really well. However, when it comes to wanting to actually like build a brand and get an LLC and, you know, just make everything legit, it's just like you can't really make everything legit by selling non-legit things. Now let's get into where these modest fashion businesses actually get their stuff from. And it's not just me, like all of them do. I see many pieces that I have seen before that the vendors actually have. So you guys can definitely go on DHgate. DHgate does not only have like luxury type items, they also have other things wholesale. You just need to search up wholesale. And I will say that a lot of things on DHgate, like by search, you won't just find it immediately. You really have to dig through the platform. You have to click on this, go to recommended, click on this. Like you have to really dig. You will not just find everything right away. So don't get discouraged if you're not finding the modest things that you're looking for right away. And then let's get into where can you find hijabs to sell. So there are different vendors for different kinds. There's the chiffon, there's the, I think it's what it's called, there's the jersey style, which is what I'm wearing right now, which is a different one that I have. And then there's like, I forgot what this one is called. This one is, it's like a certain material, but cotton, I'll say. So different materials are from different vendors. There will be some vendors that have like a specific like material, but you'll probably find better quality if you go with like a specific vendor for a specific material. So these you can find on like Alibaba, DHgate also. Mostly Alibaba. There are plenty of different vendors. These vendors are not Muslim, or, you know, they just literally sell modest fashion. And you will find that once you're looking through, you will actually see them use photos of influencers who have worn these products. I have literally seen it. Like, I've seen influencers wear these products and I'm like, I would love to sell that. I have looked through and I found the influencers wearing the products, and it's on Alibaba literally. So that's exactly where they get them from. That's same with the underpieces. You guys can find these on Alibaba as well. There's different vendors, like I said, for different materials. You just really have to dig through, and right away searching up hijabs wholesale, it will not pop up. Things will just not pop up. That is just how the wholesale platform works. I don't know if it's like just because it's so many wholesalers on there that it's just not very clear, but you have to dig. And that's what I had to do. You guys know how long I had to dig to find this specific dress that I was looking for to sell? I had to dig for months. Okay, months. It was not easy. It did not come quick. And if you're wondering like the average wholesale price that dresses like this will cost, and they're very good quality, dresses like this will averagely cost about, I'll say around $20 wholesale, depending on the quantity that you buy. So me, I was buying big quantities, so it was around like probably $20 wholesale, something like that. But if you're buying like smaller quantities, it will cost you more per unit. And that is often why you see a lot of modest wear businesses like charge a lot of money for these dresses, because they're not cheap to buy individually, and they're most likely not starting off with like a lot, so they're paying $25, even potentially $30 for a unit, which is like insane to think about. But it's also because they're not getting it like wholesale from like Somalia, or wholesale from Ethiopia, wholesale from Morocco, you know, where things are like cheaper to buy wholesale. They're buying these things from Alibaba, and Alibaba knows that it's USA customers. They know that. So they are going to price their things accordingly to USA people buying their stuff, because they know better. They know that it doesn't cost them that much to make. However, these are really good quality. I will say, like, there are some that aren't as good quality. So I will say order one before you just go splurging your money on like a bunch. Quality check your stuff, because if you do not quality check and you see and you're like dissatisfied, like you will literally regret it so much. You can be like, bro, now I have 50 units of these unquality products, and like now I have to sell them. What do I do with it? Do I return it? Do you know the hassle of having to return to overseas? It is the biggest hassle ever, and I do not recommend to order a bunch of stuff without actually quality checking it. Here is a really good vendor from Alibaba, and they have been around for 9 years. Great reviews. Go ahead and check them out. They have many different modest wear that you guys can choose from. This is just one of many different suppliers on Alibaba.com. So go ahead and make sure you guys go on there and source your. Now let's get into some really cool tips that you guys can take and apply to your business, because it definitely will help you. So right away, you want to make sure that your whole business theme is just, especially a modest business, you want to make sure your whole business theme is like sort of fancy or high-end feeling, because you don't want to have like a low-end feel to your website, because then you can't charge a certain price. Your customers don't only look at like your product pictures and everything like that and your website feel, they look at everything. They literally will look at your logo, your name of your business. Like if you're calling your business Hood Jabby, Chicago Hood Jabby, whatever, they're gonna be like, why is she charging this much for this dress? Like, what in the world is this? Like, your quality may be amazing, you might have the best vendor, the best products, but your name is not matching. So a really cool tip. So I was telling you guys about the things that you can put inside, like the seam part of the dresses. So let's go ahead and look at that. You guys see how there's nothing in there, right? And I was telling you, like, you can sew it yourself. Like if you have like a sewing machine or even probably hand sew, but that will take forever. If you don't have a lot of units, it's not bad. But if you learn how to do it, just practice on one or two and learn how to do it. I would have totally done it, like seriously, if I had the time. That's just not something that I was, like I said, this was not the majority of my business. This was just like a part of my business. Majority of my business are selling handbags and accessories like sunglasses and other fashion things, but dresses, this was definitely something that I incorporated into my business, but also like my clientele is not very into it. Here is a really good thing that you can add to your business if you don't want to do the sewing, but you also want to brand your products, your items. As you guys can see, hold on, let me like, okay, these are called hang tags. They don't come with the black string on them. This is separate. You can get the black string from like Amazon. You can use white string, brown string, whatever kind of string you want. You can find that on Amazon. You can find these labels right here on vistaprint.com. And that's why I said everything comes from somewhere different. You cannot just source one place. You have to look everywhere. And so you could literally attach these hang tags to your products however you want to do it, and it can just look really good. You can even have both of them have the tag inside with your business logo, which is really cool. And you know why I do think that's a really good idea? Because when you have a business and you really are trying to brand and like bring awareness, having your logo inside is really bringing awareness, because once somebody buys it from you and somebody else sees it and they really like it on them and they're like, oh my god, where did you get that from? They're like, I don't even remember, where did I get it from? They can just look inside of the dress and be like, Reinventing Glamour, I got it from Reinventing Glamour. So it's a really good idea to have that inside, just for branding purposes and bringing awareness. Another thing you guys can sell in your modest business is like jewelry, and have some really nice cool jewelry boxes. As you guys can see, these are mine, Reinventing Glamour. It just says my business name on it, and they are the like pull out jewelry, so they're like jewelry boxes that you pull out. You can find these on Alibaba as well. Like I really just do not feel like going through my Alibaba and like looking, because another thing is a lot of vendors disappear sometimes. So you might buy something from a vendor on there and they've changed their name or they've changed something and you just cannot find them anymore. So just saying, you guys can go on Alibaba. They're very trustworthy, great quality. Here is a vendor for the drawer jewelry boxes. This is a good vendor right here. They've been around for some years. I can't see exactly how many years they've been around for. What does it say? Oh, they've been around for 11 years, you guys. You just saw that. Their seller rating is almost a 5 out of 5. Like, go ahead and hop on it because they're trustworthy. There are some times where you will there are some times where you will notice that things might not be the best quality after like ordering a sample, but always order a sample so you can find out, like, do I want to order 1,000 of these, which is exactly, did I order, how many of these did I order, guys? Like, I really feel like I ordered 1,000. I don't even know, but you want to make sure you quality check it. So look, I was very happy with the quality on this, so I was like, let me go ahead and order a bunch. But this is a great, very cost-effective way, a thing to add to your business, your modest business, because jewelry is such a great accessory to go with it, but not gonna break the bank. Versus like if you want to sell handbags and like add it to your modest business as like accessory and accessorizing to take photos and stuff, is definitely gonna break the bank and cost you a lot more money. Unless, like I said, if you just are completely prepared, like I was very prepared. I saved up money, and you guys can also go check out that YouTube video of how much I actually saved up to start my business. You guys can find it. And I also have like a business branding video where I give all the tips in there too, and some additional ones that I'm not going to give in here. But you guys definitely need business cards, thank you cards, okay? And just make sure that everything is super branded and always has your brand on it. So branding is just so important. You don't even understand like the difference that a business card, thank you card can make to somebody's package. Just like, whoa, professional, okay? Even though you just started the business, you just have to give them that feel, just give them that professional feel, and they will order from you again just because of how professional it felt. And they're like, whoa, the prices match the service, the prices match the quality. And if you don't have certain things, you cannot charge certain prices. Remember that. If your business is lacking in certain areas, you cannot charge certain prices. But hold on. That's another good idea. Oh my gosh. Selling lip gloss in your business. Like, what in the world? Why didn't I think of telling you guys that? If you have a modest business, like, why not sell lip gloss or some things like that as accessorizing? But it's definitely, it's good to start off smaller in the beginning, just so you can kind of get a feel of, you want your clientele to gravitate towards those main things on your business, the main things that you want to sell. OMG, and you guys can sell the cutest jewelry ever to go like as accessorizing with your brand. Your brand will go from 0 to 100 from just having simple things added to your website, and not only having dresses on there. Like, it's called upselling. If you only have dresses on there, they're only going to buy dresses. If you have dresses plus jewelry and you upsell, they're going to buy jewelry and dresses. And also, especially if you know your modest wear is going to be a little pricey, like $40, $50, $70, $100, you know, you definitely need something else on your website so that you're not having people just get on your website and leave because there's nothing affordable for them. They might literally want to support you, but they can't because it's too expensive. And that's understandable, because everybody doesn't have $70, $100 to spend on a modest dress, especially because they probably already have so many. But you know, our Eid is around the corner, and for Eid, a lot of people like to really dress up and look their best and buy new things. You definitely want to upsell, get them some jewelry to wear for Eid, get them some hijabs to wear for Eid, their underpieces. People are looking for so many new things. They're looking for shoes. Like, if you can, I will really say that I will not recommend you selling shoes on your website. I have been there, I have done that, I have learned, and I do regret selling shoes because I'm still stuck with a few shoes from like 3 years ago, from when I first started my business. Like, why am I still stuck with these? It could be because like I don't exactly advertise them like that. I don't exactly promote them like that, like I promote my bags, like I promote everything else. However, I don't recommend it because it is such a hassle. Like, you're already dealing with clothes and sizes. When you're dealing with sizes, like a business that you're having dresses that are small, medium, large, extra large, and then not even on top of that, you're talking about in what, 3 colors? You offer this in brown, pink, and black, and it has different sizes. Do you know how many different variants you are offering? That is so much, like, it's so much to deal with, because shoes are the exact same thing. A bunch of different variants to deal with, a bunch of things that people won't prefer. You don't know what people prefer in the beginning. Just wait till your business goes big, and then you can offer something like shoes. But in the beginning of your business, shoes, not a good idea at all. Really awesome tip to go ahead and hang tag these dresses, but you want to make sure that you do not put it somewhere where they're going to take the tag off. They're going to take the hand tag off and the hang tag off, and they're gonna like rip the dress. You want to make sure you put it somewhere where it's not gonna rip, okay? But I mean, really, with clothing, I don't know if I would recommend this, but a lot of people, they do hang tag clothing, but it's like when you take it out, it's kind of like you might see the thread coming out. But it is an idea for like certain clothing, like it depends. But this type of clothing, I would never, like, I would just straight up go for these. Definitely just straight up go for these, because these hang tags are not gonna damage anything. But then you might wonder, where in the world world am I supposed to put this hang tag on the thing? How am I supposed to put this on there? Good question. You might need this. I don't know. And another tip that you guys can incorporate into your business, it's like just like a little goodie to include into every package, something that they're gonna be like, wow, this is really nice. And it's also a way to give out your business card. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching the video. If it was any sort of helpful or any sort of informative, make sure you guys leave a big thumbs up and comment down below any questions you might have. I am all business, all about business and finance and just all of that. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.